Good morning, good afternoon. Today's video is fundamentally about how human consciousness and the development and degradation of human consciousness has over the entire psychobiological functioning, which gives rise to the development of what is classified in medical terms as disease. And we're specifically, within this presentation, talking about cancer. So I'm very interested in the human biological functions and how terms which aren't normally used in medicine, such as communication, command and control, and the facilitation of those functions are degraded and revoked. So I like to think of the human body, the mind and the brain and the central nervous system as a form of communication bus, where there is a messaging structure. You think about it, you may think it's a messagelet, an arclet, but basically, if you ever considered the internet, it's what we call a topological system. So with the human body, I like to draw the analogy of the central nervous system, providing we use the term arterial, or what's a better word for arterial? I think I'll use the term arc, an arclet, to describe the flow of the electrical signals between the brain, the mind, and the exterior functioning of the body. So the human body, its basic function is to take in oxygen, food, and then to emit or release debris such as feces and urine. But with cancer, we have a breakdown of a partial breakdown, maybe be a better term, of some of the functions of the core functions of biological processing. So I don't feel qualified to talk about cancers in the human biological terms, but I'm interested in the messaging and the degradation, and how the breakdown of human consciousness and cognition comes into play in that process. So, for example, we've had several members of my family, a very large family, develop Alzheimer's and associated functions. But there's always the breakdown of the individual, which is critical. But also, I found a breakdown in group cognition around that person, similar to the effects of other diseases where there's an impact among family and friends. And this seems to be associated with, how can I describe it, a group psycho collective modification in behaviour and communication. So I'd like to explore this in more detail. Maybe I will produce some videos on specific cancers. If anyone's got any ideas, I have the power of research. And I will produce a different, more focused paper on individual cancers. But until then, I'll leave it there, and hopefully we'll get some interest, and maybe someone wants to speak to us. Put a comment in the comment box below. It would be great to have some. Thank you. Bye.